Welcome everyone, my name is Mustafa, otherwise known as Chris, and welcome to some more Crysis 3. Today I've got a match of spears on Central Cavern for you guys. I hope you enjoy, and girls. Again, I'm not sexist. you can all watch my videos, I don't really mind. It's cool. And yeah, it was a pretty good game. Everyone was playing the objective and lots of kills, not that many deaths. So I thought, and a high objective score, so I thought I'd put it in. So before I get onto the main topic of the video, I just want to get something out the way. Yesterday, I think, or the day before, I was asked if I could do a video on the nanosuit reboot. Now, I've looked into this to see what it is. Now, as far as I know, it's similar to a prestige. So, I'm gonna give it a go when I get to the right level. So, in a few days, maybe a week, it really depends on how quickly I can get to level 50. I'm gonna race to do it, by the way. When I get there, what I'll do is I'll start recording and I'll click whatever this nanosuit reboot thing is and see what it does, and then you guys will know for definite what a nanosuit reboot does. So I hope you look forward to that, and that'll be coming out as soon as possible. So anyway, on to the main topic of the video. What I want to talk about, I've spoken before about maps that I want to see in this game in the DLC. Now I'm only speculating here because I'm not even sure they're going to put guns in the DLC, but if they do, I'm just going to talk about things that I'd like to see. So let me get into that. So far you've got 3 SMG. I'm going to be talking about all the weapon classes, by the way, but I'm going to start with SMGs because that's when this fort came about. So far you've got 3 SMGs. You've got the Typhoon, the Feline X3, and the K-Volt. Now the Typhoon is a very high fire rate, low damage, low recoil weapon, and the Feline X3 is similar. It's got a slightly slower fire rate, slightly more damage, and slightly more recoil as far as I know. From what I'm judging all of this by what I've used it, and I've checked the stats as well in-game stats just to check. So they're quite similar guns. You're going to get more kills with the Typhoon. It has more bullets. It runs through its bullets a lot quicker, but it has more bullets, so you're less likely to get killed while using the weapon. And I find with the Feline, you just ran into that guy's line of fire. I find with the Feline, the issue is you run out of bullets. On like 1 or 2 people, and then when you get to the third guy, if you haven't reloaded or it's lots of people in one area, you're trying to kill them all, you're going to struggle to do that. So that's the only issue I really have with that weapon. This isn't a weapon review, by the way, I'm just talking about them quickly. And then you got the K-Volt, which is it fires electronic projectiles. So unlike normal, like modern SMGs, it fires like electronic rounds and it depletes the nanosuit energy, which is useful, but it's got low damage, so it's not. It balances itself out. But because of this, you've got 2 quite high fire rate weapons, and then a sort of alien submachine gun weapon. It's not alien. It's not made by the Seth in this game, but it is. It's more futuristic and out of this world, I suppose. It's not something we really have at the moment. We have tasers, but it's not along those same lines. So, if Crytek are going to bring out DLC for this game, what I want to see in SMG terms is something. I mean, if you've played Black Ops 2, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, just look it up. It's called the PDW 57 or 57. It's similar to the P90 in the way you reload it, and it's basically like it's a slower fire rating SMG with a higher damage. And I kind of want to see something like that. If you got a slow fire rate, high damage SMG, maybe with a bit more recoil than usual, lower the range so you can't use it at too long ranges, just like you can't at the moment with the SMGs. Just to make it balanced, obviously. If they brought out something like that, I'd be really happy with that sort of SMG. That would fill the hole that I'm currently feeling in the SMG class, and I'd use it a lot and review it and stuff like that. Well, not review it on the channel, but I'd review it for myself and just think, yeah, this is a good weapon or this is a bad weapon. And that's kind of what I want to see in SMG terms. Now for shotguns. So far you've got the Alpha Jackal and the Marshall. I'm pretty sure they're the only shotguns. I'm not sure if there's other guns in the game that I think could be classed as a shotgun, but I'm pretty sure they're not. But I'm pretty sure these are the only 2 shotguns, basically. Now, the Alpha Jackal's a high fire rate, low damage weapon. The Marshall's the complete opposite. It's a slow fire rate, high damage weapon. Now, what I want to see is kind of a cross between the 2. I don't want a semi-automatic. I do want a pump action, that's for sure. But I want a pump action that you can kind of shoot a bit quicker, because the Marshall at the moment is kind of shoot, pump, shoot, pump. I want to see something that's more like shoot, pump, shoot, pump, shoot, pump. It's a lot quicker. Lower the damage, obviously, to increase its weapon balance. Otherwise, it will be overpowered, obviously. If it had the same damage but higher fire rate, that would be a bit weird and a bit really overpowered. So, as long as I lower the damage and stuff like that, I'd like to see a weapon like that. I can see myself using that. But at the moment, I enjoyed the Alpha Jackal, I did, I really did, but the way I play this game, I defend objectives, I attack objectives, and in doing that I come across about 2 or 3 enemies at a time, a lot of the time. And that gun, you have to fire so many bullets to kill someone that sometimes you find yourself, you shot all your bullets, or most of them, so you can't kill the other people, and that makes it very difficult. And the Marshal, same problem, I try to defend and attack objectives. Now defending with the Marshal, not so bad, because you can pick off like 1 enemy at a time if you got a good aim, you can take them out in 1, most of the time 2 hits. But if you try to attack an objective, this makes it really difficult. If you come across like 2 or 3 enemies at a time, you're not going to kill all of them unless you're really skilled. Now this is the thing, this gun requires a lot of skill to use, or at least in my opinion it does, for that reason. If you're taking on a lot of enemies with that gun, you kill them all, fair play. I can't even do that, and I can use most of the guns in this game without too many issues, but that is a particular gun I can't really use. I can use the bow better than I can use the Marshal, and that says something. So I want to see something that's kind of in between, like I just said. When it comes to sniper rifles, there's 2 kind of sniper rifles I want to see. So at the moment you've got the Gauss Sabot gun, which I'm pretty sure is classed as a sniper, and the DRS-1 I think it's called, something like that. I haven't used that gun very much because I didn't really like it when I did use it. But what I want to see is kind of, if you've played Battlefield before, or Battlefield 3 even, you would have heard of the SKS, and if you got the DLC you'd have heard of the QBU-88. Now what made these guns good for me is I like to get in on the objective, like in the fight. And those guns in Battlefield actually allowed me to do that, because you can use them at close range, you can use them at medium range, and if you've got patience you can use them at the long range, but I don't recommend it. You're better off with a big sniper if you're going to use it at long range. But in this, there's none of that, and I want to see some of that. I want to see a sniper which you can bring into the battle like I am now, and taking out enemies at this sort of distance. Now that would make this, I mean, obviously I didn't take out enemies there in the footage, but that sort of vicinity, like me to that rock or something, it's difficult to do with the current weapon snipers, so I want to see some of that. And maybe even a bolt action classic sniper, that would be epic. I'd love to use one of them. But the problem is, those sorts of weapons kind of force you to distance yourself from the battle, so I'd rather see the close range sniper. Assault rifles, there's nothing I really want to see. They've kind of done everything that you can do. Maybe add 1 more for the fun of it, but I don't really see the point, to be honest. And in terms of LMGs, now so far you've got the M60 and the other gun that I can't remember the name of. I used it once and I hated it. Too much recoil. But I like the M60. But what I want to see now is a faster fire rate, low damage LMG. Something like that would just make me quite happy in this game. Like the MG3 for example, I think that's what it's called anyways in Bad Company 2. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please post a like. If you want to comment with any of your thoughts and opinions of anything I've spoken about, or give more suggestions, then please go ahead and put it in the comments at the bottom of the video. And subscribe for more episodes like this one. Have a nice day. See you guys later.